Hello YouTube, this is Garrowin again. I just thought I'd make another quick video here on how to field strip or remove the bolt from the Savage Model 110 bolt action 30-06 rifle. This should apply to any Savage Model 110 rifle and maybe even other Savage rifles that happen to be bolt action. Regardless of caliber, because all they do is just change out the size of the bolt face and the barrel to accommodate different size projectiles. But anyway, to remove the bolt from the Savage 110 rifle, if you look right here, you'll see, let me see if I can get it on there, there's a little kind of button right here that stays in the downward position when there's no pressure on the spring. You'll see I've got the safety off, I've already cleared the weapon. You lift the bolt out of its locked position, and when you do, you'll notice this little button comes up with it. You slide the bolt to the rear, and once it gets to the rearward position, it will stop like it's supposed to. Now, at this point, if you try to press this button, it'll go so far, just a little bit, and then it'll stop. Once it stops, you pull the trigger, and then it'll go all the way in and release the bolt to come out the rear of the weapon. So at this point, if you want to, you could take a large flat screwdriver and remove this and actually take the firing pin out and clean the whole internals of the bolt. It's actually a lot less complicated than you would think. I did it the first time without even knowing really how it looked on the inside and managed to get it back together just fine. And actually I bought this rifle used, and the inside of the bolt carrier here actually had some rust in it that I scrubbed out with a wire brush and actually smoothed the action out quite a bit. So anyway, now that we've got the bolt out, you now have access to your chamber here. You can feed cleaning rods in from this direction instead of from the tip of the barrel where you might accidentally scratch the crown. You can also bore sight the weapon. Now, for those of you who don't know, bore sighting is a technique. It's a time saver, really, and money saver. Because let's say I just bought this scope, just put it on this rifle. I have no idea that this scope is anywhere near accurate on this rifle. I haven't zeroed it yet. But I also don't want to go spend 30 minutes to an hour walking this scope in, wasting rounds at the range. With the bolt removed, you can look straight down the end of the barrel there, and you can see out the end of the barrel. And all you do is you put up a piece of paper at 25 yards, and you look through the barrel, look through the scope, and make adjustments to the scope until the scope is looking at the same thing that you're seeing through the barrel. Now, that's not going to compensate for the rise and fall of the bullet for the ballistics of your chosen caliber projectile, but it'll get you in the neighborhood and save you a little bit of time and money. So to put the bolt back in, you can do the exact opposite of what you did before. Now, these locking lugs do turn. So in reference to the bolt carrier handle, you see it sticking out to the right. This locking lug here has a little bit of a the one in the rear turns, has a little bit of a ledge there. I don't know if you can see that. That ledge should be sticking out to the same side as the bolt carrier handle and on the bottom. So if you take it apart, I'm pretty sure it'll only fit one way, but make sure that it's oriented like this before you try to put it back in. Now I'm going to point it toward the floor for this. Try to get you guys a better view, maybe. You just slide it right back where it's supposed to go, and you do the exact opposite. You push down on your little button here and pull the trigger just a little bit, and it falls right back in there, and it's locked in place. So that is how you remove the bolt to clean, field strip your bolt action Savage 110 rifle, and I guess how to bore sight it as well. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to post them below and I'll respond as necessary. This is Garrowin out. Have a good one.